Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Bryce Radio and I'm going to Real Estate channel. Today let's talk about Skye at Holland. Let's go! Okay, so firstly, Skye at Holland, one of the upcoming blockbuster project of District 10 CCI area. So of course this will be launching on 26th September, coming in very soon already. 666 units developed by UOL, Singapore Land, Kheong and Capitaland, four major big brothers of our development in Singapore. This one will be in prime CCR District 10, right beside Holland Village MRT station, right beside Holland Village, the new shopping centre, which was a success as well. Then of course, in terms of our units available, we are going to start from 2-bedroom all the way to our 4 and 5 bedrooms, which also comes with our private lift. Now the maintenance fees are already out, and because it is, I think this is quite interesting because it's very near the proximity of the convenience of the MRT station and the shopping centre, but it doesn't share the same land, unlike One Holland Village. My maintenance fee for 2 and 3 bedrooms are both 390, then 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms about 455 to 520. Cheaper than our District 25 peers, okay? Other than that, most importantly is our facilities wise, you have everything. Full condo facilities minus a tennis court. I have 2 main blocks that goes all the way to level 40. And for my facilities wise, it reminds me a bit of Ori. I have 2 main swimming pools. Then I have a walking area that goes all the way to a little sanctuary with my function rooms as well. I think the main thing about facilities is it mainly has everything like kids playroom, fitness garden, games room on my level 2, level 3. It just doesn't have a tennis court. But we all know that tennis court does not equate to capital appreciation. Okay, then other than that, I think we're going to floor plan wise. Okay, so 2 bedroom will start from 2 bed, 1 bath onwards. Then of course, once you enter the 2 bed, 2 bath, it will have an enclosed kitchen already lah. But I think something different they did with the 2+ study this time, it reminds me of Sora, where people may love it, people may hate it, depending, where they put the study at the main master bedroom, which so far I've only seen Sora doing that lah. Quite interesting, but I went to a shop today. I felt that the floor plan was very big. Other than that, my 3-bedroom, it looks rather traditional lah. But I think one of the more important ones is that this is PBVC, so we cannot hack the walls lah. Then when we reach towards our 4-bedroom, onwards we'll have our private lift as well. Then we will have our 5-bedroom with an amazing private lift as well. So ladies, first question, most important question is, this one we have decided that it will not be within 1 km of Henry Park. How do you all think this affects the performance of Skye at Holland? Let's start with Amanda first.
For me, I don't think that will impact the performance or not. Yeah, what will impact the performance most would likely be the price that it will be launching at. Why I say so is because Skye at Holland is located in a location where people are already very used to the fact there are basically not many good schools, or rather not many very, very good schools within 1 kilometer. So people who are buying in are more of buying in for the amenities, the lifestyle.
Yeah, so similar thinking, but I think that because we stay there, right? So I go to One Holland V very, very often. And more often than not, I see more animals than children over there. So to be honest, I think the demographic that this development hits is also not so family oriented to begin with. And to be honest, these are the people with a lot of money nowadays also. Yeah, and to be honest, when I was marketing for One Holland Village back then, actually a lot of the people that walked in were retirees that were looking to downsize, or otherwise they were a lot of PRs actually. So to them, these people actually, the 1 kilometer radius to a Henry Park or anything else honestly doesn't matter that much. So I don't think it's a killer point. Yeah, not to have a school radius here.
Actually, when I was doing up the 1 km radius, it's a bit sayang because I think we're like 50 meters away.
Yeah, it was very,
the
very,
moment
very close.
One resident block hits this 1 km, right? More likely like after our recent Nava and Lentor saga, we know that the entire project will be within 1 km. But it's a really big race. We were even thinking like should they put 1 unit nearer to the edge just to hit that 1 km? Then Amanda was saying actually that would then become an apartment, wouldn't be a condo already by then. But I personally also feel that nevertheless it's gonna be great project. I think it's like 85% sold kind of thing lah. Okay?
I think before we move on, we just want to put it very upfront that, it may feel like, we are an agent. That's why, all the videos that we do, we say that, it's a good project. If you notice, we only do projects that I wouldn't say advocate for, but are more favorable towards.
Yes.
So, to have a sense of which project we are not too supportive of, just track back and then see
what's
not
not
there.
there.
Yeah, what's not there. Yeah, because
Mean-
our hands are tied as to how much we can share as well. Yeah.
So you just see if the project you want to purchase, we didn't do analysis, then you know lah.
Yeah, it's not because we are lazy.
Yeah. Not because we're biased, but really is. Okay. So I think most importantly, in terms of the characteristics in one Holland, right, it is going to be 600 per units, then 99 leasehold. For Holland, mainly it's always boutique, then everything under 100, 200, maybe most like 300, like for example, here in Holland. The only thing that is comparable, really comparable in terms of characteristics can be the leedon, which we know the leedon will have Nanyang Primary. So if you guys want to purchase something for, let's say, a 5 years entry, would you still consider going into Nanyang Primary, considering the floor plan, the characteristics, or would you go into a Skye at Holland?
For me, if I am taking on a lens of an investor, I wouldn't go for the leedon at this point in time, mainly because if we are looking at the entry of the leedon, which Jason, you're very well versed in.
I am.
The 3-bedder asking is minimally a 2.6 mil.
I think higher than now.
Yeah, I mean 2.6 mil was the lowest that I have seen. And looking back at Skye at Holland projected, launch pricing at similar pricing, that's definitely not something that I will go into at this point in time in terms of the leedon. But does that mean that the leedon cannot be purchased? I don't think so. The leedon, it's really more for families that are looking to admit their child into Nanyang Primary at the lowest quantum possible. Yeah.
Number one school. All schools are good school. Okay, Shah.
Yeah, I agree. I think as an investor point of view, our entry price is still more important. Also, if you're just going to hold for 5 years, right? Really, the true purpose of people buying, especially if you're buying like big floor plates, there's a purpose to it lah, which is you want the school, right? If you're going to be an investor with a tight budget, then I also feel there's no point in buying a 1 or 2 bedroom in leedon because families are not going to rent from you there to enter the school because it's a bit too small for them to stay in also. So if your budget is big, I think to some people this school may play a big factor, then sure, by all means go ahead. If maybe you think you might need the school radius for your own as well, then why not? But if let's say you're going for a smaller unit, your budget is a little bit more constrained, that you can't afford that kind of quantum, then I feel there is no point in entering the leedon. I would much rather do something new.
That's Skye lah. Okay, next question. Okay, especially this year, right, we've always seen this strategy from developers is that go into prime districts that has everything, like transportation, amenities, everything. Then these are usually places with the biggest floor plate. The strategy now is always you build something small, therefore your quantum is acceptable. Places that we've seen this happen is River Green, right? Even Upper House, right? I think that's the main reason why people are so drawn towards entering these projects, because it's so achievable, yet the district is such a prime area. So we do see the exact same strategy for UOL this time with Skye at Holland. Do you all think that this strategy will work for this project in this area?
Actually, when I look at the sizing as a whole, because it's post-harmonized, right?
Post-harmonized.
When I look at the sizing that they're giving out, it's not... I don't think they're shrinking the sizes at all. If we were to compare these numbers with a
pre-harmonized project,
actually it could even be bigger. Yeah, because we've seen like Park Esta, all that going at 800 over square feet, 3 bedroom also have, and those are pre-harmonized, and they do very well also. So I have 915 is my smallest 3 bedroom in Skye. I don't think that's shrinking the sizes in today's market lah. Not the way that I see it.
Okay.
I still feel it's very apple to apple. It's just that this is truly an advantage to whoever is going to enter into this development now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amanda?
How I would see it is that for someone that is already in the Holland area, take for example, if you're already staying in the landed over there, or you know the bigger square footage house over there, then yes, Skye at Holland will be something that might be a little bit too small to most of these clients' liking, because I have a few clients who are already in D10 staying in big floor plates unit. This is definitely not something that they are able to accept as an own stay piece. But for the developer to do this where they shrink the size per se, I would say that it is something, it's a good move to enable people from outside going into that district.
Okay, so upgraders lah.
Yes, so upgraders in terms of can be within the district from HDB to condo, or upgrade from district, perhaps RCR to CCR. Yeah, that would be a good move. Yeah.
This project, right, frankly speaking, for Skye, I also think that the floor plate that they are doing isn't necessarily the smallest. And then, of course, it's post-summer. Of course, we just went to the show flat. I thought that the size were very decent in today's market. Okay, next question. This land is very careful area. How do I say careful?
Why is it careful?
Very careful is because...
Don't know where you're going.
No. Because the way this land is, right, you do your buildings a bit further, you block one Holland village. You do your buildings a bit lower, you will block the HDB coming out down south. So I thought that the developers this time when they did the 2 blocks, right, it was
Very strategic.
very, very strategic. Right? You go a bit more, you block one Holland village, the view. Right? So and I also feel that they could have done that, but I think that would pose a lot of threat towards one Holland village lah. But given that the construction down south is going to be a PLH HDB. In the long run, I think 2 parts to this question. Number 1 is, do you feel that this is like a HDB upgrader opportunity? Because we always talk about exit buyers, HDB upgraders, right? Do you all feel that this PLH land can be something that can work towards the appreciation of Skye Holland?
Not exactly in the short term, because if you are talking about PLH, then we are looking at least a 5 years to build and 10 years to MOP. Then we are looking at a 15 years horizon. And I don't think as an investor, if I'm going into Skye at Holland, investors are willing to hold until then for them to exit. Maybe for a own stay buyer, that would have been different. So in terms of impact wise, I don't think that it will be significant. Yeah, but in terms of what will help the appreciation of Skye at Holland, I would see it from 2 different influence. One would definitely be the HDB upgraders that are within the entire Clementi, Dover, and perhaps even Queenstown region, because they are in close proximity to each other. And second aspect is I'll be looking at, even upgraders from outside coming in. That will definitely help in terms of the appreciation of Skye at Holland, because the entry price at 2.4 mil for a 3-bedder, for example, it's something that is very attractive and very doable. Yeah,
honestly, I don't think it has any impact. Like, it's far too long, and then there is still a clawback, right?
Yes.
And the profit. So I wouldn't put my money on it. I wouldn't say that this is a strong factor to help ensure that you're going to make decent profits in the future. But I would say that because of the advantage that this plot has been given, which is number 1, it's post-harmonized and they bought it at a very low price, if the developers do price it as per what we are expecting them to price, if really we can get like the entry of 2.3, 2.4 for a 3-bedroom, then I think that the buffer for the opportunity for this one in the long horizon, or even in just like 4 or 5 years, I think it's very good. Because my one Holland village on average is about 3,000 PSF on average. Yeah, so and those would of course be actually for them was like the smaller units, because the bigger ones, they were like of a different kind, the luxury end. So I do think that there is quite a lot of potential just based on the entry price if they price it right. Yeah, not so much on the PLH.
I think the PLH also, if your agent tell you that there's a PLH below that can appreciate, you have to be careful with this agent, because there's also clawback, there's income ceiling, the next buyer that comes into this HDB. There are so many restrictions. The government deliberately did PLH to not drive prices upwards.
Yeah.
Right, but within this district then, I was just sharing with the team earlier, to my To the left, southwest line is my one-off, which you know my transformation is going to be at. Which you know my Fairfield or my buyers into this area is going to be a place where you will have a lot of exit buyers. Then to the right of this area, it's my GCB area, it's my Holland area, right? And then towards the last direction is towards my Capitaland area, which is the $1 million HDBs. So I feel very safe. We are literally in between three very important lands of Singapore, frankly speaking. So I would say it's a very safe purchase lah. Yeah. Then of course, for people who feel that the HDB will have construction and noise, I think we've already addressed this countless times already. Construction equals to transformation equals to amenities upgrading. So it's always a good thing. I'd rather have more construction than no construction. What do you think? You same? No, actually maybe different because Amanda like Orchard 都做完了，都没有东西做了。
I'm the last kid in the block.
Yeah. Hi everyone, if you love what you're seeing, if you love our analysis and you have any questions, just reach out to our socials. And if you do want to support us and watch more videos like this, do like, share and subscribe. See you soon. Okay, next question. The land bid. So one of the most important thing about Skye at Holland this time is going to be the land bid. My land bid PPR is 1285 PSF PPR. Okay, how do we derive? Is it expensive or is it cheap? We compare to OCR, our Tran Grove, which Tran Park did amazing, 80% already. The land bid was 1379. I compare it to Bayshore, which is 1388. Then I compare to a area, same district, just slightly less convenient. It's about 1432 for Holland GIS. So a lot of these people are betting on this land bid price. So as an investor, how will this derive your decision to entering Skye at Holland, Charlene?
Just because land bid is cheap doesn't mean that they will launch cheap lah. But it's just like the first step is correct already, which is a low land bid. Yeah,
That means there's a choice on the developer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then the next step is whether they're gonna price it right or not lah. But that is, as of now, we are not sure yet. But if based on our estimates, definitely is a sure step in for us if we are the buyers. Yeah, because of you can show the gap difference in one Holland V and this one. So one Holland V has to be much more expensive because that land came with a lot of conditions, which include revamping Holland Village itself, and that costs money that Far East cannot get back. So in order for them to earn that same amount, and they only have 900 over units, so they definitely have to earn from somewhere, right? So definitely that's why the prices for OHV, I would say it's definitely above average one.
Amanda?
I think similar to Charlene, land bid is cheap does not equate that the developer will price it cheap, but that give us an opportunity. The low land bid give us an opportunity, or rather give the developer an opportunity to have a choice to decide how they want to price it. Let's say if the land bid is already very high, then it's not a thing that the developer can decide on at all. So to me, I feel that that will be something that I'm very excited to know what exactly is the exact price that the developer will be launching at.
Then I think this also equates to this will be 40 levels high, which means if I enter, our nearest comparison recently was Upper House, so also the Upper House for UOL, right? There was quite a bit of price disparity between the lowest level and the highest level, right? So for investors, would this deter you in some way because it's 40 over levels? If I can't get, let's say, level 20 and lower, should I walk away?
It depends on the price. So let's say if you didn't get a very good ballot number for Skye at Holland and you are an investor, and by the time it's your turn, it's probably 3,800. I don't know, I'm just giving a very random number. Then probably that requires some reconsideration from an investor point of view. But let's say if you are buying for own stay, then that is very different. For example, if I'm buying for own stay and I really enjoy the entire vibe that one Holland Village has to offer, and including the surrounding, then it's for me to assess whether is this worth the money. And I also know that if I die, I also need to stay here. Technically, I do not have any lands available.
Yes.
So it's, as an own stayer, it's for me to assess whether is it worth it. Am I ready to move elsewhere Yeah, but as an investor, I think you have to think about it again and again. Reconsider.
Get your agent to advise you. Or you have 3 agents here which can reach out to us. Don't say we always make you buy everything. Actually not true. We will have walk away prices one.
Yeah.
Okay, Shah, what do you think? Should you still enter if let's say
Like what Amanda said, I mean, if it's for own stay, right, then you have to decide for yourself whether this premium is worth it or not. The good thing about Skye, of course, if let's say you are buying for your own stay, is that, to be honest, even at 3,008, it could jolly well still be cheaper as an overall quantum compared to many of the other boutique projects, because our resale market in the immediate vicinity, it's all very old, which means that it's generally much, much bigger. Yeah, so the overall quantum could still be higher than a 3008 PSF Skye at Holland.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, but of course, if you're buying for investment, if you're intending to be a landlord, then the numbers has to make sense lah. So that would really require your agent to help you to break down the calculations, whether if you enter at this price, depending on how much loan you're able to take and all that, whether it makes the numbers are okay or not. Does it make sense for you to enter? Yeah, that's when you will know when's your walk away price. Because everyone's situation is a bit different. The tenure, everything, the numbers are all different. Yeah, so it's very unique lah in the number.
very situation based lah.
Correct.
Okay, so maybe one last question is, there used to be a stigma is that if you ever buy leasehold products in freehold areas, right, you are bound to not make money. Is this true?
It really depends, because who are the freehold developments surrounding us? Answering that question will answer your question on whether, will you loogie or not in that sense, right? So if you were to look at the, within 1 kilometer surrounding Skye at Holland, we are looking at freehold development. That is one, but many of them are very old freehold developments. And very small developments. We are talking about boutique size development of 30 units, 40 units. These are common, factors that you see, or rather common features that you see in the development surrounding Skye. And even if you were to look at the quantum, even though they are old and small, the quantum is also quite high. As compared to Skye at Holland. And if we are looking at, freehold counterparts that are, have a little bit better attributes, or rather closer attribute to Skye, being newer and let's say bigger in terms of the number of units, we are talking about developments such as leadon residences, where, the minimum entry for 3-bedder itself is 6 million. And you are comparing with a 2 million product. So in this case of Skye, while there are a lot of freehold developments, I don't think that it will impact the overall resaleability of that entire development. Yeah.
Okay, Shah?
Yeah, I agree lah. I think long gone are the days that people feel like freehold is king already. I think back then, data transactions are not transparent enough for the public to fully understand what kind of difference between a freehold and leasehold makes. But nowadays, I think the younger generations, we also don't see ourselves living in a house for like 20, 30 years straight, right? We always have plans on upgrading, moving forward, etc., etc. So all the younger generations, I've never seen them complaining, saying, "Oh, this is leasehold, then it's not for me." No more. It's usually still the older generation. And because our price gap is so big, right, that as long as we are able to time it correctly, right, the leasehold will always outperform the freehold in the early days. Yeah, so plan your timeline wisely with your agent, and then they can advise you accordingly lah. Yeah.
Actually, regarding this, I have 2 areas that, like, evidently, if you follow our podcast and you really did purchase, right, you will have earned significant. I think first one is District 15, Temusu or EOK or even Grand Dunman. Like, D15 has always been known for all these freehold projects. But if you really purchase a 99, very good entry price, right, by now you would have comfortably entered like at least 300,000 profit. Then next area is Leaf at MB also. I think when Leaf at MB just came up a few years ago, the exact same thing. But now Leaf at MB, if you're looking at the profits, right, honestly, it's very exitable. Like, if you're an owner now, you can exitable, yeah. Then of course, one of the other ones is the Nava area, Pine Grove area. Nava Grove, Pine Tree Hill. We always think
Our
gold.
clients earn already.
Yeah, earns already. So I think this is long gone. I think freehold, unless you're really talking about landed land, I think freehold, it's not king anymore. Depending on that area lah, but more often our generation are a lot more acceptable towards 99 because of the entry price.
Yeah, because last time people always say like, oh, leasehold or left 70 years, or next time straight away become zero. They automatically have this assumption, right? But we have seen time and time again that so far I don't think any project has truly run to zero yet, because none of them has ever died. And those that are being sold, it's just because they earn money because they en bloc.
Yep.
Right? So of course en bloc is not every project 100% can en bloc one. But if you do your research correctly, you buy into leasehold, even if it's old, you will still make decent money. Yeah.
Okay.
I think freehold, adding on to the freehold point, right? It's not that people are no longer attracted to freehold. It's often because for freehold developments in Singapore, it's always tied with another feature, is that it is boutique. So when it comes to boutique, freehold land is valuable on its own. But when freehold land is being built, where boutique development is being built on a freehold land, it becomes less favorable in that sense in terms of transaction volume. But of course, does it mean that you cannot buy boutique development? Not so also. It also depends on, your situation in your family. Let's say if you're looking for a long hold, then that's okay. Yeah.
Interesting. All right, last segment. Investment or own stay? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Own stay.
Investment.
We'll start with both of us first. Okay, Charlene.
Yeah.
Why own stay?
I mean, we are going to be very biased because we already stay here. So we're so used to it, and we really see the convenience in this location. I'm so near places that I need greenery, which is Botanic Gardens. And then I am so near to Holland Village where I can get every kind of food that I want. Right? And then if I really want to do some like high-end shopping or what, it's just like a 10-minute drive down. And then I am at Orchard already. So it's like convenient at its best without losing my locality. Because I still get that, like the food center at the Holland Village. Yeah, so I still feel very localized, but I'm in a place that I just get everything very quickly.
Okay, so of course, like what Shani mentioned, we stay there, right? So I'd say it's very convenient to everywhere. Like everywhere we go is very. But I must say, because I used to stay in the north side of Yishun, so for me, Yishun. So everywhere I go is convenient. But I would say Holland is very convenient.
And there is no jam. There is no
jam.
Yeah, because
there's not many traffic lights around also.
Contrary to belief, right, it is very okay. It's very okay. And then I would say that it's very convenient, very near my main expressways as well. Then food, everything is very nearby also. Yeah, so I would say that's why I would still own stay lah.
I chose investment. It's on the basis that they are launching from 2728 onwards. Yeah, so that's the basis that I made my decision on. The reason is because if I am looking at the recent launches, such as Elta, it has already transacted at prices at 2.8k PSF, and if I'm looking at Ori, it's about 3k PSF, Upper House at 3.8 PSF, and then River Green at about 3.6 PSF. So if a developer were to launch at as what we have expected, it is definitely a price that is very attractive to me if I am looking into the CCR location. Yeah. And I haven't heard anyone that says like, Holland, not really.
I don't think anyone would say that. Huh?
Yeah, because it's really very central.
Yes.
Yeah. Not own stay, it's just my own personal preference. I'm someone where, I prefer city living, and I really want to be able to see the different skyscrapers so that I'll be inspired to be better. Yeah, so it's just personal preference. Yeah.
Okay. With that comes to the end of our podcast. If you guys have any questions, do leave a comment down below. If you guys want to reach out to us individually, our phone numbers are attached as well. And then most importantly is preview is going to start from 26 September onwards. If you want to schedule an appointment, just link up with us. We'll get you there. Other than that, okay, goodbye.